Today I'm gonna answer some questions. I gotta remember the mic over there and not right here. I mean the camera. All right, so this question is from somebody on my threads. I always take questions from entrepreneurs and I just answer the questions, just randomly helping people. This is what I'm gonna answer today. I'm gonna give 4 tips for new content creators, and it's based on this question. And then I got 2 announcements I'm gonna make. I'm so sick. Oh, I can't repeat that. I'm a Christian. I'm so sick and tired of my algorithm content consumption right now. All I see on my feeds are unemployment rates, people hating their jobs, the crappy job market, and how people literally can't find a job right now. And I'm gonna tell you something about that. You don't need to, not well, you do need to find a job, but I'm gonna tell you how you can get around that. Podcasts about news, about stuff happening in the news that is bad, not good. 5 is what I want to focus on. Pushing people to become content creators with no direction other than to post 5 times a day. All right. Pushing people to become content creators with no direction other than to post 5 times a day. I don't know who pushing y'all to become content creators, but I will say that if you're going to be a content creator, you got to treat it like a job. And if you treat it like a job, then you will see some dividends back from it. So I ain't ate nothing. So I got some crackers and tuna right now. Take a bite and then I'm gonna go into the 4 tips. That was good. Anybody ever dance and talk to yourself and you that's so good, baby. All right. Got cracker crumbs. All right. If you starting out making content, right? And you're gonna be serious about it, don't post 5 times a day. I don't care what the gurus say, don't post 5 times a day. Here's what you need to do. I got some notes. First, remember this acronym, WIFM, WIIFM. Everybody does not care about nothing you're doing. All they care about what's in it for me. WIFM. If you keep that at the top of mind when you're making when you're creating content, then you'll be making the content for them and not what you want to make. What's in it for them? When they get done with that video, what will they be able to do after that they couldn't do before? It could be, if you got a vlog, it could be you're entertaining them, so maybe they'll laugh. If you're doing educational content like me, then they'll learn a skill after they get done with this video. All right, so keep that in mind. That's tip 1. What's in it for me? Answer that question in every piece of content that you create. All right, 2, make it transformation driven. I'm going to tell you, I got 2 announcements to make, and one of them I'm going to tell you about, but every time I'm thinking about this, like promoting a product or a piece of content, I have to tell myself that it needs to be transformation driven. They don't care about like all the bells and whistles. Oh, it's 2 hours, is this training and that. How will it help them improve their life? Goes in line with the first tip I said. So for instance, if I'm promoting a product, I don't want to say, hey, this product is got 5 modules in it, and it's got 80 lessons in it, and it's got this planner in it and all of that. The benefits come second. The first one is you'll say something like, after you get done with learning this particular skill, you'll be able to go out there and market like a pro. After you learn this skill, you'll be able to make sales effortless. After you learn this skill, you'll be able to create lead magnets in 5 minutes instead of 5 hours, that kind of thing. See, that's transformation driven. That's not benefit driven or buy my thing driven. You got to make it about them. All right. 3rd, in each piece of content you create, have a call to action. So I'll make an example. I'm doing this video right now. My call to action will be, and I'm gonna give you one at the end of this video, but a call to action will be something like, hey, I noticed this video is about, we just covered, like this one is about tips for content creators. We just covered the 4 tips that content creators need when they first starting up. If you're a content creator and you don't know where to start, and maybe you've been having trouble getting people to pay attention to you, here's where you start in content creation. I have this thing, and this thing is going to help you attract new customers. It's going to help you speak to your audience the way that they want to be spoken to. And at the end of by the time you get done using this product, they'll be begging to work with you. They'll be running and trying to knock down your door to buy the thing that you have. That's a call to action. If you want to get it, then I have the link in the description. It's that simple. So create a little bit of intrigue, something like that. All right. So again, the first tip was remember in every video to to answer this question, what's in it for me? What's in it for them? And then two, make it transformation driven. Don't talk about the stuff, talk about how it's going to help them improve their life. The third one is have a call to action so you can build an audience that you own. And your audience is, what is it? Email list. All right. And each piece of content. And then four. Now this person had this post. She said that they said pushing people to become content creators, post 5 times a day. If I tried to post 5 times a day, man, I would lose my mind. Don't try to post 5 times a day. What you should do is try to post 5 times a week. And I'll make an example of this. And this is tip 4. You use this in conjunction with tip 4. All right. So you make one piece of long form content per week. All right. One piece. And then you use something like Opus Clip, where after you upload that video onto YouTube, then you can just put in the YouTube URL and it will chop, or Vimeo or whatever video platform that you're using. And it will chop up the video into like 20-second or 30-second increments. You can set that. And you don't have to do anything but put in the URL. And in like minutes, you'll have a bunch of chopped up short form content. All right. So don't make this complicated. So again, one piece of long form per week. You put the URL after you post it into Opus Clip, let it chop it up for you. And then one per day, you post each one of those short form clips to your channel. That means you don't have to do no editing of the short form content. This is just if you want to fast track as a new content creator. All right. So again, what's in it for them? Answer that question. Make it transformation driven. How are they going to benefit? How is their life going to improve? Have a call to action to build an audience in each piece of content. So that's you building your audience. Make sure you have a CRM or an ESP. ESP is email service provider. CRM is customer relations management tool. So that would be like MailChimp, ConvertKit. If any of this stuff sounds foreign to you, if anything I'm saying sounds foreign to you, then you need like a guide on starting digital marketing. And if you want to, I'll leave the link to the description. It's a book that I wrote called Digital Marketing Simplified. It'll help you out with that. See, that was a call to action. Now, okay, so we covered the 4 tips. Now I'm gonna cover the 2 announcements. The first one is I just created this masterclass. It's free. It's called The 5 Biggest Mistakes That New Entrepreneurs Make When They're Starting Their Online Businesses. And listen, these 5 mistakes over the years have cost me a lot of money. One such instance was I lost 3 brand deals within 2 weeks for $12,000. And in that masterclass, I tell the story about how I lost those brand deals, what happened, the mistake that I made that caused that to happen. So if you're a content creator, you want to get started, or if you're just aspiring entrepreneur, maybe you already got your business going a little bit, and you want to know the 5 mistakes that people are making today that causes people to lose in their business, then join that masterclass. I will have the link in the description. It's free to register. Make sure you sign up for that. Now, the second announcement I got is that, let me pull it up on my computer here. I just had it up. I have created something for you new creators. It's called the Ultimate Entrepreneur Accelerator Kit. And basically it's going to help you elevate your brand because it's going to have some proven strategies in there and some game-changing marketing tools to help you get started, even if you don't have any ideas, you don't have any experience, and you're just starting. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. If you have an idea and you want to start something, let's say you're a dancer or a cook or a golf player or a musician, it could be anything. It doesn't matter what niche, doesn't matter what hobby it is. You can turn that into a business. And my book, Digital Marketing Simplified, is going to actually help you discover how you can transform your ideas into income. That's inside the Entrepreneur Accelerator. That's what this is called, the Entrepreneur Accelerator. And then there's a workshop where you get a detailed 30-day plan. And there's going to be 5 strategies in there that's going, and this is something that content creators have a big issue with. I have so many ideas. Which idea do I do first? I want to do all the ideas and they don't have any direction and it's hard for them to get organized. I used to be like that. I still have a ton of ideas, but now I know how to just like separate. All right, I'm gonna try this idea first, and then I'll spend 10% of my time doing new ideas. I'm gonna spend 90% of my time doing ideas that already work. All right, so you got to pick one, but I'll show you how to do that in a way where you don't have to ignore your other ideas. All right, so it's a 30-day detailed plan that tells you how to identify your niche, how to create valuable content, and how to automate your marketing. Also, it'll teach you how to build multiple streams of income. That's all stuff that'll help you build. And then there's some marketing training in there. Most of the number one complaint that people get, like I have this book that I wrote. I use it as a lead magnet, and I ask the question, what's your number one biggest challenge, whatever. And the thing that I hear constantly is two things. How do I get sales? How do I market my products? Right? Marketing and sales, the two hardest things. So there's some marketing training inside this Entrepreneur Accelerator Kit. And by the end of it, if you have ever asked your question, what am I going to create today? Right? You'll have a content marketing plan, a social media marketing plan, and an email marketing strategy. And it's going to be all given to you. And there's a content planner that you can put this stuff in. It's basically like this. You're starting, you don't know where to start. Step one, do this. Copy this prompt with AI, copy it into the planner. By the time you get done, though, you'll have a year's worth of content. You'll have a year's worth of social media posts. You'll have a year's worth of email marketing strategy. And there's some training in there. It's a bonus training. It's called Hooks, Thumbnail, and Title Mastery. Now, listen, if you're creating content, the first three things that matters when you're creating content, or I'm speaking specifically about YouTube, is one, the title, two, the thumbnail, three, the first 30 seconds. All right. Those three things can make or break your channel and your videos. Once you get really, really good at those three things, the rest of it is going to take care of itself. The monetization will take care of itself. All of this stuff will take care of itself. That bonus training, hooks, thumbnails, and titles, that is inside this Entrepreneurs Accelerator Kit. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link down to that in the description also. And basically, you could just steal my system. It's the exact $300 blueprint that I use with my 5K clients. By the way, I'm not going to put the link to this in because I don't actually have any slots available. But I have a high ticket coaching program called Creator to CEO. And this is actually the system that I use to teach those clients. And you can get you can get a piece of it in this Entrepreneur Accelerator Kit. So I'll leave the link down in the description. I hope those 4 tips help you if you're a content creator. If not, if you just got here or you got here late, I'm gonna cover them again. All right. If you're a new content creator, don't post 5 times a day. Here's some direction that you can use. All right. 1, what's in it for them? Answer that question. What's in it for the person that's watching your video, that's watching that content? 2, make it transformation driven. After you consume this content, you'll be able to do this in this amount of time, that kind of thing. So they know they're going to get a benefit from watching it. That'll encourage them to watch it more. 3, have a call to action in each piece of content that you produce, right? I've given you a couple of calls to action. Yours could be something as simple as, hey, whatever topic you're talking about, if you want to learn more about this topic, I created this guide about it. I created this checklist. The link is going to be down in the description. That's as simple as you can make it. That didn't take a lot of time. And then you're building your audience, you're building your email list at the same time. And the last thing is, you can start with short form, but it's a lot harder to connect with people. I think long form is kind of the future. I see that coming back. And then you use the short form stuff in conjunction with that to shed light on your long form content. But you got to be doing long form, at least 1 per week. And then from that, you use something like Opus Clip to chop up the long form, and then you post 1 per day. That's it, every week. Now, if you can't post 1 per day, just get that 1 per week, that 1 long form per week. That's going to do more for you than anything else, than producing a bunch of short form content. Once you do that long form piece of content, you can repurpose that in so many different ways. That's my advice to you. Don't just do short form. If I were you, I would focus more on long form. And then, so I told you about the masterclass called The 5 Biggest Mistakes New Entrepreneurs Make When Starting Their Online Business. Links will be down in the bottom. And the Entrepreneur Accelerator. You want to check that out. I put the link down there too. Thank you for joining me. If you did join me. If not, you can go back and watch this. This is going to be some fire tips. And then I'm going to try to come to you. I just got my my setup here with where I can use my webcam. I had to get this what is this called? This is called a video capture card. A video, and I'm using the DJI mic mini. I love this mic. It's just plug and play. It's really just plug and play. I connected this camera to the computer. I connected the capture card to the computer, and I'm using my DJI mic. Easy, simple setup. Didn't take me even 5 minutes to set it up. Anyway, I hope this has been a blessing to you. Peace and blessings. We'll see you in the next video. By the way, I just came out with a podcast today. If you want, this is ironic. I'm doing a live about this. If you want to become a full-time content creator and you want to quit your 9 to 5, I'm not telling you to quit your 9 to 5, but if you want to become a content creator, I just came out with a podcast. You know what? I'll link down to that too. And the podcast is how to be a full-time content creator. Go check it out. It's my podcast. I do a podcast once a week. It's called the Online Business Simplified Podcast. If you got questions like the one I just read, then you can like DM me on Threads. It's onlinebusiness.simplified. That's my handle everywhere. So that's on Instagram. That's on Threads. It's on YouTube. All right. So I look forward to getting some of y'all questions. Check out the masterclass. It's free. And then that Entrepreneur Accelerator Kit, check that out. That'll get you started right. That's not free though. It's $17. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, man. Peace, blessings, and prosperity. All right, how do I end this stream?